The reaction was kind of interesting. It seemed surreal. Um, I think initially when I was in the doctor's office, when he first mentioned to me that there was a possibility that it was cancer, I didn't know how to react. I didn't have any emotion. I didn't know what to think. And I remember walking out of his office and down the hall, and I called your mother immediately to let her know. She was very positive. I had absolutely no emotional reaction whatsoever. I didn't know what to think. And it wasn't until later in the evening that it hit me. The first thing that came to my mind wasn't death. The first thing that came to my mind was my wife and my children. It was, what are they going to do? If I have to have an operation, how long will I be out? How long will I be in recovery? Is it going to affect our income? And if something happens to me, how is my family going to survive? My children won't have their father. My wife won't have her husband. So, again, it really wasn't an issue of death at all. Being a Christian, I wasn't as concerned about that. I knew that if I passed away, I'd make heaven my home. But those who were left behind to have to live life, you getting ready to go to college, Selena just leaving home, and Alejandra just starting high school. And these were very, very vulnerable and difficult times for the three of you. You were all going through transitions in your lives, and having your mother have to deal with all of that by herself, and that is really what affected me. I remember that I would go into the backyard. Your mother and I only knew about it, and we hadn't told any of you for a few days, I think. It wasn't more than a week, but it was a few days. And I would go into the backyard, and I would stand in the back behind the rear wall, and I would weep. And I would pray, and I would weep by myself. And I would stand there for a while. At times your mother would come out and find me there. And once she asked me what was wrong, and I said, I'm afraid. But it was not the fear of death again, it was the fear of leaving all of you alone. And I think that was the biggest thing.